Hello, everybody. Boop. Got it. Everything's... Oh, I didn't set the clock. What is it? What is the clock? Hello, everybody. How's it going? 3, 2, 40. I had everything up, but I forgot to set the clock. I think... Right? 3, 2... Yeah, 3, 2, 40. 3, 2... Oh, Jesus. I just never remember ever starting one that late. 3, 2, 40. Like, we've never had a live stream start in the 3-hour mark. I almost half feel like that's wrong, but I just checked it. 3:40. The first time I could ever remember starting a live stream past the 3-hour mark. We're rarely ever past, like, well, I feel like we're rarely past the 2-hour mark. I just plopped into this chair and my sister was using it, and she's like a half a foot, if not shorter than me, more. And I fell in the chair expecting it to be my height level, and I like fell backwards and twisted my arm. I hate when people use my stuff and then don't put it back right, and then I suffer injuries. It's like after all the working out and running and everything I do, I'm gonna get injured and hurt by sitting in a frickin' chair. But hello, everybody. I had to drink water. I'm like running around like a madman. I had to do 100 things today. And I, on top of it all, found out last night that my driver's license was suspended because I got a letter in the mail a couple months ago saying that one of the trucks in my work fleet, a truck that I haven't used in probably 6 months, one of my work trucks is in the shop. I had to insure it so it could get fixed, and then I was going to sell it. They said that the VIN number was wrong, and I didn't know because the letter went to my office, like the warehouse where I store my trucks. The letter went over there. I didn't see it. It probably got there, and somebody saw it and threw it aside or something. And because they thought the VIN number was wrong, they canceled the registration. And then because they thought I was having a vehicle without registration, they suspended my driver's license. They were like, after 3 months of not fixing the registration problem, the way they get you to do it is they suspend your driver's license, so you have to do it. And I didn't even know there was a thing in the beginning. There, like the first thing was a thing. So I had to do all these phone calls. I'm going to be all right. But tomorrow now I got to drive 45 minutes to the regional headquarters of the DMV to show them a letter from my insurance company saying I've been insured this whole time, so that they rescind the registration suspension, which will then rescind my license registration. I spent half the day doing that, like I didn't have enough shit to do. So that's why I'm jumping in my chair a little late. I also am wearing my jersey because the finals are on, and this is only like an hour and 20 minutes. So unless we hit 50 likes, which is possible, will be done by like earlier than 9:30, like 9:15 will be done. And I'm going to try to catch the second half of the finals. I've been following basketball, so, you know, if I can, I can't. But if I can, I could. The game, I think, starts 8:30. So I'll be able, the first half is like an hour and a half. So as long as I'm there by 10, I should easily be able to see the second half of the game. So that is what has gone in my life in the last 40 or 24 hours. We ended up giving each other bakery food cravings. What's your favorite and from where? From a bakery? Those of you who know me well, I'm not a fan of baked goods or pastries. I just never was into like sweets, let alone, like, I just don't like cake and stuff. I dig ice cream cake. I dig, I mean, if I had to pick a pastry from a bakery, I would say, I mean, a cannoli. I like cannolis. I'm Italian. My whole life, I grew up with Italian type pastries and foods. I would say if I was to ever ask for any sort of pastry whatsoever, and it couldn't be like an ice cream cake or something, because that's not really a pastry or a baked good, I would probably go cannoli. I'm back with sweets. I'm back with sweets. Cookie cake. Cookie cakes are good. I do enjoy me a good cookie cake. Just want to watch the first watch. Just want to watch the first watch. You need a chair with memory settings. Stream from your car and timing. And timing with suspended license. Yes. I'll stream, tomorrow I should do a live stream of my adventure. Because here's the thing. I have all the credentials and stuff proving that I had insurance, but I'm still not 100% sure that'll be enough. Like, I'm like confident it is, but I'm afraid I'm going to go there and they're going to go tough shit. And if you, the alternative is you pay $300 fine. It's not the end of the world, but that's not something I want to pay that I don't deserve to pay, nor should I. But it was $100 for the registration and suspension and $200 for the license suspension. I should have never got the first one. I have and I basically had to call Geico, get a letter of declaration stating that I have had insurance since the declaration letter had to predate the first letter, which it does. The first letter apparently was March 20th. My declaration letter is March 15th. It doesn't matter if it's 5 days or 1 day or 5 minutes, as long as it's before the first letter. So there is zero reason why it shouldn't work. But with the state of New Jersey, I never know what to expect. They might go, I don't know where you heard that, even though I have I also printed a form stating what I just said. I have a form stating in the state of New Jersey, you could have it rescinded if you have this and that. They might just say, tough shit, buddy. And then I'm like, oh, thank you. Have a nice day. It's like I'm expecting to not pay, but I'm going with $300 because I always assume the worst with the state of New Jersey. Follow-up question. Have you tried savory turnovers? Just saying, could be the world of difference for you. Savory turnovers. I don't know what that is. I can honestly tell you, I actually don't know what that is. I just went, I already read that. Cookie cake, not a bad choice. The frosting in cannolis are a little too sweet for me, and that's saying something. I feel like I dig really sweet things. Like I like ice cream cake, and I eat all the crunchies and everything. I feel like ice cream cake is really sweet. I feel like I like really salty things, but that's my weakness is salty things. If I had a choice over pastries and sweetness, I would rather have olives or something really I prefer really salty things over really sweet things. But I also know that salt dehydrates you, which is probably why I drink 500 gallons of water. I actually, right before this for dinner, I could eat whatever I want in between my hours of fasting. And I ate like an entire jar of olives with like pieces of feta cheese. I just love really salty things. I probably should have refilled my water because I'm already out already and we didn't even start. Anyway, everybody sync up because we should get rolling. It's already after 8 o'clock. I jumped on a little late. An example of a savory turnover would be a fate and spinach turnover. Oh, feta. Oh, there we go. Feta. I love feta. I literally get like, it looks like what is it called? Country crock? Is that even a thing still? It looks like those things you get like a butter containers, but it's filled with feta cheese. I love feta cheese. A Greek spinach pie is close to a savory turnover. I would probably love it then because I love Greek food. I love spinach. I love feta. So I probably would love it. And a spinach turnover, you could heat it up if you want. And also with ham and cheese, I would even take it with the ham and cheese. I'm a fan of all of the above. Nah, they're pretty serious about having a license. Trust me. What was Colvin? Oh, savory turnovers, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, yes. I'm back with sweets. All right, let me say hi to everybody. Everyone thumbs up, and then we're rolling. Clever name I made previously, Leading Blind. Vinny, I don't know if Vinny is here, but Vinny, what is up? I'm always going to remember Vinny when I see Leading Blind. Michael, we've got, is the dude here yet? Little Paramonster, Amelia, Vero G, Colvin, Daniel O'Day. Who else we got in here? Stream Elements, which is obviously my thing, my bot. I don't see the dude. The dude might be coming on late. Did I miss anybody? I think I got most of the people at the bottom. Forrest the Runner. Watching Spider-Verse tonight. Have fun at the live stream, guys. Spider-Verse, phenomenal. I saw Transformers last night. You guys know me. I've been on... Oh, I see Patrick, too. And Tealbird. Patrick and Tealbird. I've been making it a point every Thursday to take the night off and go see a movie, enjoy myself, have some free time. Yesterday's movie of the week was Transformers. I also saw The Machine, Burt Kreischer. The Machine, Ninja Master, my good friend Ninja Master. Burt Kreischer in The Machine was pretty good. It was pretty hilarious. Honestly, I might have liked it better than Transformers. And I didn't hate Transformers. So many people that I watch reviews for, like critics and stuff, said that this was one of the best Transformers ever. One of the guys that I actually respect his opinion quite well said it was the best. Said it was the best Transformers, hands down, he's ever seen. I think it might not even rank in my top 3. And that's saying something because all the Transformers movies are hit or miss, kinda. There's like 3 good ones and 3 bad ones. I don't even know if it was better than one of the bad ones. It wasn't horrible, but I think it was way more unbelievable than some of the other ones. And I think it was way too unrelatable and cheesy. And that's saying something for Transformers movies. And on top of all that, I went for the Beasts. And everyone will tell you this. It is a 2-hour and 10-minute movie. And I think the Beasts are in it for about 15 to 20 minutes. So a movie called Rise of the Beasts, and they're in it for about 20 minutes. And like, if everything I saw going into the movie, I'd already known that because all these people were like, who names the movie Rise of the Beasts? And then they're like in it for 10% of the movie. What they're in is phenomenal. It's Ron Perlman. I cannot think of the Asian woman's name that voices, but she's in it. A lot of famous people. Peter Dinklage is one of the other dudes. One of the not Dinobots. One of the Decepticons. More unbelievable than Mark being a Texan inventor. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, more like my favorites are the Shia LaBeoufs. I think the first 3 Transformer movies, yes, they've got their problems, but I thought Shia made it work. I'm not a massive Shia LaBeouf fan, but I think he made it work, and I thought they were great, the first 3. Probably in order. I thought probably like first was the best, second was the second best, third was the third. I don't know. Either way. And Bumblebee was great. Bumblebee movie I thought was great. But the Mark Wahlberg ones are where I have the problem. And I like Mark Wahlberg. It just didn't work for me. I didn't like him. So I would put the 3 Shia LaBeouf ones and the Bumblebee movie top 4. This one would probably be my 5th. But that's not great considering the others are Mark Wahlberg. And The Last Night is atrocious. It's so bizarre with Merlin and the Knights of the Round Table and stuff. Totally insane. But anyway, does The Machine explain why Zach De La Roca dislikes Burt Kreischer? I don't know who that is. I don't know who Zach De La Roca. I know the name, but I can't picture him. And I would have to say no based on the fact that I don't remember him ever being spoken of in the movie. But I did watch the stand-up of The Machine, and The Machine was quite wonderful. But let's jump in, and then we'll talk more. Everyone drink and smoke and do their thing. This is all the water I have left because I planned horribly for this event. So here we go. Everyone thumbs up. We got pizza. Ninja's pizzaing his heart out. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And I went right to Isildur. I heard her say Isildur, and I was like, I gotta start it there. It's a sealed door. It's a sealed door, and it's a sealed door. That's where I started. I haven't seen beyond this. And I have killed my water. We have no more water left. We're going to be done. We have an hour and 20 minutes. Let me get the clock up. Hour and 20 minutes. If we hit 50 likes, I will abide by watching the next 30 minutes. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to time it where I can watch the second half. But if we go into 30 minutes, I ain't going to complain. I could always watch the fourth quarter. And honestly, I'm not expecting huge things out of the Heat. Dark Wolf, what is up, my friend? Ninja's pizzaing Rage Against the Machine. Oh, that's where I know the name from. I was going to say I know that name, but I couldn't picture why. I need to recommend Shia's best movie, A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. I've never even heard of it. I do enjoy Shia LaBeouf. I think he was great in Fury. I think he was great in, what was it? Not Eddie the Eagle. Peanut Butter Falcon. Peanut Butter Falcon, phenomenal. He's a phenomenal actor. He's just a little wackadoo sometimes. He was in another movie like Peanut Butter Falcon that was like true to life. Like, I think it was based on a true story about a runaways, and they would go door to door and sell bullshit stuff to make money in like some sort of con. He's in a lot of interesting shit. The Weeping Angels were in the room. The door closed behind us. Guide is on my top 5 NYC movies. Really? I've got to check it out. I never even heard of it. A Guide to Is it religious? With Saints, I'm thinking it's religious based. Wackadoo. That's one of my favorite words. I say wackadoo a lot. I feel like it's like a word that I could still use that isn't frowned upon, because a lot of other words are frowned upon. I won't even say them just in case they're offensive. But I feel like a wackadoo is like as least offensive as I could be to someone that acts crazy. The funny thing is, I wouldn't call, as somebody that has actual like disability, I wouldn't call that. But I'm saying, to me, a wackadoo is someone that is not, that just acts crazy. Someone that isn't actually having like a reason for it. It's not religious. Do you like foreign films? I do, but of recent, I've avoided them because I usually am multitasking and I hate having to read subtitles. If it's dubbed, I'm more likely to watch it. I hate reading subtitles when I'm not, if I'm doing reactions, it's one thing. But if I'm just hanging out, I hate having to read subtitles. Ah, skin, pieces of skin leather. My favorite. Skin leather. Skin leather. By the way, those of you who also didn't know, I live in Jersey, and 15 minutes from me was the worst air quality for the last 3 days in the history of the state of New Jersey. I live 15 minutes away. Where I was atrocious. But 15 minutes from me was the worst documented air quality in the history of the state of New Jersey. So for 3 days, I had to stay indoors and barely left the house. And when I did, I ran to my car and hoped I didn't die. Today is the first day it's actually like pretty much settled. So I barely went outside to do anything, let alone work out or run or anything. My neighbor went camping in upstate New York on Monday through Wednesday. His air quality sucked. Oh my God, that's atrocious. Monday was bad towards the night. Tuesday was the worst. Tuesday by 4 o'clock, I think 4 o'clock on Tuesday was the absolute worst. That's when everything hit like an all-time high. Yesterday and Thursday and Wednesday wasn't too bad. Well, compared. Bidet, everyone. Sorry, didn't realize what time it was. The dude, what is up? We just started 6 minutes ago, dude. I started at 3:02. It's 3:08. We started 6 minutes ago. Oh my God, I feel like I broke my neck 8 times there. Theodore. Welcome, JB. I heard the air was fine and that China and India have air quality like that. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard that China, well, I didn't know about China, but I heard that India has air like that all the time. That's what people kept comparing it to. They're like, you think that's bad? That's how it is in most of the parts of India year round. And I was like, well, I am not used to it. And it sucked. And I cried. No, I didn't. The Monday, I didn't know that it was like that. I literally went and ran 6 miles at noon on Monday. And my throat that night felt like I smoked a pack of cigarettes. And I didn't know why until somebody was like, you feel like shit because of the air quality. And then Tuesday, it was noticeably a fog in the air and you could smell it. But when I jogged, you couldn't smell or see nothing. And I literally felt like I smoked a pack of cigarettes. So I probably did more damage than good. Hey, 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 hey. It's pretty common for major cities in India and China to have air quality way higher than 500. Yeah, we were at 4. I think the highest I saw in my area was 438. But that was on Tuesday afternoon through the night. And then it never really went higher than 250 after that. It was like around 250 the majority of the time. Tuesday was bad. You could literally look outside and it looked like a nuke went off. Like, you ever see Class of Nuke 'em High, Trauma? That's what the sky looked like. Everything had an orangey, yellowish hue to it. Like, I could look out this window and it looked like everything was yellow. Oh, I was like, who is that? Yes, she's in here. Yes, Coco's in here. My sister was asking me a question. I thought she was screaming in the hall to somebody. Hello, Stephen Gav. What is up? I am also paying attention, everybody. We've almost hit 25 likes. I'll think it's hilarious if we hit 50 likes today. And we didn't. We didn't hit 50 likes on the 3.5 hour stream. So I was like, I was like, hey, if we hit 50 likes, that's awesome. But I was thinking with the shortest stream ever, I'm like, the odds of hitting it aren't as likely. But hey, we're almost halfway there. I thought I might drive by New York while I'm up your way just for fun. Definitely will be wearing a mask if I get out of my car. I haven't looked at the air quality of New York, but I'm assuming it's still worse than us. But it might have bottomed out or is rounding out. The dude is coming to my neck of the woods Tuesday, right, dude? I think you said Tuesday. I saw the date, but I wasn't sure if the date was a Tuesday. I'm assuming it is. It's getting better. We need 50 likes today. Everyone get the likes in if you can. I'll be here for it if it happens. You can look into the sun and not be hurt by it. Yeah, Tuesday up, here it comes. Here it comes. Tuesday. I literally at the arcade couldn't, if I was inside, I could almost not see across the street. That's how bad the fog was Tuesday night at the arcade, that you almost couldn't see across the street. And and we live in Denellan's like a city, as much as a city as I'm nearby because I mainly live in the mountains and the woods. I honestly would wear a mask in NYC regardless. Place is gross. I do not blame you. I probably would myself. The last time I was in New York, I had to. I feel like the last 2 or 3 times I went to New York, it was still mandatory to wear masks at the places I went. I remember, I'm pretty sure the last time I went into a bar and the bars needed vaccination cards. That's how long it's been since I've been to New York City. That the last time I went, they required vaccination cards at every bar. So I haven't been to the city in like 2 years. Because I know they stopped doing that a while ago. The vaccination card thing. It was Comic-Con. And then we went just to like, I think it was a Banksy event or something. We did something with Banksy. All right. We got the battle map. Thank God for dishwashers. I'd love the irony if we are all able to hit 50 today. Hey, if we do it, I would think it was pretty funny myself. Nothing. I'm not one to be discouraged or anything by anything. I was just like, I got something to look forward to, meaning the second half of the finals. So if we don't hit it, no harm, no foul. But if we hit it, I could always get the recap afterwards, and I could probably still catch the fourth quarter. So no big deal. It is what it is. I'm here for Critical Role. Basketball is a second priority. Also many. Could you turn on this? Oh, turn on the subs just for a minute. The subs are on. Could you turn on the subs just for 1 minute? I want to check where the subs are on. I'm going to, oh, Jesus. I paused it. Let me turn them bigger. What is this? What is this nonsense? I'm going to make them bigger. Sorry, guys, I paused it. I went to make them bigger, and it hated me. I made them smaller the other day, I feel like. Or maybe I didn't. I'll max them out anyway. My bad. We're going to do another 3, 2, 1 countdown. Why is the bar... Maybe that's what it is? Is the bar messing it up? Why is there like a... Why is the stupid bar down there blocking the... I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that bar was never there. Either way. Oh, great. Oh, I have to reset it. All right, we're going to reset it. Everyone get ready. Now everyone can sync up properly. 3:15:02 I'm going to. 3:15:02. So 3:15:02. 3:15:02. Boop. Set. All right. Everyone good? I honestly didn't see them showing up until you read the comments. That's weird. I honestly didn't see them at first either. And then I'm like, wait, no, they're there. I don't fault you because I thought the same thing. And then I'm like, oh, wait, they are there. Don't ask me what happened. But here we go. Everyone get ready. 3:15:02. Everyone sync it up. Sync it up. Sync it up. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't hit the clock. God damn it. All right, now we're going to do 3:15. I was like, did I miss the clock? I did it so quick, I missed the clock. All right, new set of time. 3:15:09. Everyone get ready. God dang it. I apologize. Everybody, while we're setting up again, smoke, drink, Ninja, Colvin, join them. I don't even have water. I'm so unprepared for this. I don't even have water. I'm gonna drink imaginary vodka. Apparently there was still liquid in there, but that was imaginary vodka. But yes, here we go. Now hopefully I'll hit it right. Get ready, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go. Is it not hitting? I feel like the clock didn't hit again. What is happening? I'm an idiot. I'm hitting the wrong thing. All right, I'm a horrible person. All right, if anything, this is comical. I'm hitting the wrong freaking thing. That's why. I was hitting set time. Dude, the funny thing is, you'd think I was high or drunk. I'm none of the above. I am just not all there today. You missed it earlier, dude. I was saying how 3:15:17. Now we're going to do it again. Anybody jumping in and that hasn't seen this is probably like, what is wrong with this guy? 3:15:17. Go to it, everybody. 3:15:17. Because I don't want to keep rewinding the thing. Set the time. I'm an idiot. But dude, I was saying earlier to everybody that I got a letter in the mail last night that my license was suspended because one of my work trucks got the registration suspended and I didn't get the letter for the registration suspension. So if you don't resolve that within like 2 to 3 months, they get you to do it by suspending your driver's license. So you have to do it. And I was dealing with that for like half the day. I had a bunch of other crap. And then I was running around like a lunatic, so my head is not in the game right now. Here we go. I paused it again. Here we go. Ready? It's 3:15:17. I apologize if you guys aren't sitting there and adjusting your stuff. Okay, just don't change the time again. I'm set. All right, everything's good. Ready? 3:15:17. 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, and Matt said alrighty. So like we're right there. Matt made it clear to me that we're good to go. I don't know why the bar's on the bottom, but you see the subtitles. They're as big can be. Okay, just don't change the time again. Perfect. Everyone's good. All right. Back to the comments. Back to the comments. We got the clock. Everything's good. Here we go. We're in battle mode. We have roughly an hour and 9 minutes left. We're halfway to the 50 likes. If we do it, that would be interesting. So, did we get a name for what these are? It's a zombie, but is it a specific kind of undead? Is it something that I should know? Did I miss them say it in all the chaos we just ensued? I can't type in time, and inevitably I have to find a time a few seconds ahead, play to the timestamp, then hit pause in order to be in sync with you. One more time. Perfect. All right. Jester. Symbol of the Traveler. Turn undead. Get it. What is he singing? What is Travis singing? Get a cleric. Get a cleric. I feel like I know what he's singing, but I can't think of it. Get a cleric. Get a cleric. What is it? It's a play on something. Cranberry Zombie. Windows start menu is showing, so not a YouTube browser glitch. Oh, you know what I might have done? I might have accidentally not... I ain't gonna mess with it, but I think I know what I did. The discard pits. Ooh, I love that we zoomed right in. We zoomed right in on everything going on. All right. Oh. Oh. I'm greedy. Hey, that worked pretty well. I was going to say swell. That worked pretty swell. Quality. I like it. All right. I think that was a well-used turn. Unsure if they are specific undead. Cranberry zombies. Oh my god. Was that a joke? I just realized, I'm like, hey, the Cranberries sing zombie. But then again, Matt would also be one to name them Cranberry Zombies. The Cranberries. The Cranberries wrote a lot of good songs. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Yasha attack time. Reckless. Making my way with their tanks and their bombs. Pretty sure I didn't join the channel until after the new animated into starting up. I don't know what it said. Who is the blue guy? What's the blue guy? Where's there a blue guy? I mean, it doesn't seem like what we're dealing with is too much of a... Okay, never mind. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, never mind. I was thinking something different than what just happened. To the right of the pedestal. Isn't that Bo? That's Bo, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's Bo to the right of the pedestal. We got Bo, Jester up top right, Caduceus, and then we got Ford and Caleb. Not over there. Yeah, Bo is next to the pedestal. That's why I was like, I thought I was missing something. Yeah, Bo is next to the pedestal. Cannot remember the proper description. Is this before or after the pits? Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's not a question for me. All I know is it's the discard pits, so it is the pits to me. It's not Bo. This dude has a good one. Wait, what? It's not Bo. This dude has a hood. Yeah, I think it's Bo wearing the Bo hood thing from the Cobalt Soul, right? Isn't it? Like the one I have. I have the blue hoodie from the Cobalt Soul. That's what I thought it was. I could be wrong, but that's what I just assumed it was Bo wearing their Cobalt Soul hoodie. $12 points of damage. Death blow. It's really messed up. This thing is really messed up. Ow, I just punched myself in the neck. Beer-geared. Beer-geared. Ermagerd, Burigerd. What is that from? Ermagerd. I mean, it's probably from a lot of things, but specifically I'm thinking of something. I'd have to see close up. But yeah, you can see it's Bo because he's moving Bo now. You can definitely see it's Bo. "12 hits, my God. Don't mind me if I'm fiddling with my phone. Something just happened to my phone where like I'm getting 100 million things and I want to turn my VPN on so I don't get 500 things corrupting my life. 9 points of damage. So don't mind me for 5 seconds while I sign in. Boop. 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 All right, good. Less method acting. Caleb is not approving of this. Medea might have misplaced a mini. Maybe that's what it is. It's Medea. Is it Medea? I hope it's Medea. I really do hope it's Medea. Oh, okay. Is this the map that Matt describes a portion of it? It makes me think of Hell in Spawn or the place Imhotep. Oh, Imhotep gets dragged and the mummy returns. I totally know what you're talking about. Imhotep. I love The Mummy. I just got The Mummy and Mummy Returns in Ultra HD because of my TV. I've been getting lots of very high quality 4K stuff. And one of the best I've seen yet is Mummy Returns. I think The Mummy Returns looks phenomenal. Or my reaction. Yeah, I have to find out what happened with my phone. I'll take care of it later. But all of a sudden, I don't know. I was looking up stuff before. I don't know if I corrupted my phone, but like 50 things just came. I turned my VPN on, it shut it all down. Natural 20 with disadvantage. She got so excited. Marisha is high energy today. I dig it. But Marisha is extremely high energy today. The heart of the creature. What's your surround sound? I have NHT and Audio Pro. I have Audio Pro towers and all the rest are NHT. Very high quality stuff. I've talked about it before. My tower speakers are like fairly old. I bought them new when I got them, like probably 15 years ago. But when I bought them, they were the number one speaker on the market. They were literally on the cover of Sound and Vision magazine. And I had to import them from Sweden and they were like $7,000. And to this day, I still think they're some of the best speakers I've ever heard. Like even with modernized technology, they're phenomenal. And the rest of my speakers are NHTs. Then I have like a 15-inch sound audio sub under my TV and two mini 10 inches on the sides. So the bass will shake my house to the ground if I wanted to. I'm very into bass. It's all about that bass, Yes. We're fucking that up. You catching this description? If it's Mummy Returns, prepare for Spawn quality CGI boss. I'm following. Corpses coming out of holes. I'm waiting for a joke. Someone made a joke. Zombies coming out of holes. A dismembered bitch slap. That would be. I want it. I want it to be true. Dismembered bitch slap for Ford. It is so now. It is now so. It is one with everybody. Tyler Perry's Medea said. Oh, is that who said it? Oh my god. But I think I'm thinking of something else because honestly, I've only seen one of the Medea movies and it was very recently. I feel like it's South Park. Oh my god. Isn't it South Park maybe? Something like that. I'm sure it's in 100 other things. Medea probably says it too. But I haven't seen enough Medea to think of that or to remember. I think I'm thinking of South Park. Oh my god. Like they took our jobs. But it's Ermageddon. I don't know. I could be wrong. They're slow. We could keep them at bay. I mean, I feel like this is one of those scenarios we've gotten in before where it's a lot of things happening. There is an endless amount, but I mean, I don't know. Is there? All right, there is a lot now. There is a lot now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many you guys count? I'm counting 7 or 8. I can't tell. The 8th one might be something else. There's at least 7. 7 undead, and there's different types. At least it doesn't seem like they're doing anything too crazy. 4 points ain't too much. Both hit. 1821. Sorry if that spoils something a whole 2 minutes early. I couldn't ask without being explicit. I wasn't spoiled. I'm enjoying everything that's happening. But soft focus. 4 points add up. Soft focus. They have very low AC. A 6 to hit. Beautifully done, zombie man. Not is up. I hope not goes crazy. Mage hand to try to open the door. Not was born crazy. I would agree with this. Attacks O opportunity. Yes. This is reminding me of like Walking Dead or something when we've encountered like at the point where bodies just started rotting. There's a point in Walking Dead where it's like a decade has gone by and bodies are just melting because of just being undead for so long. And this is probably way worse than that. It's definitely a horde. I'm just curious how deep it goes. Like Jester was saying, it's endless probably, but nothing's endless. It might be thousands or hundreds or dozens, but nothing is usually endless. Did you all know The Walking Dead ended? I did. I saw the last episode. Something's on right now though. What's on right now? There's like Fear. Is Fear of the Walking Dead still on? My sister watches something with Morgan. I saw Morgan, but I didn't know what it was. I assumed it was Fear, but I feel like he was in Fear, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen any of the spin-offs. I saw Walking Dead from beginning to end. I think I missed one season in between, and I kind of just skipped it because I wanted to see the ending. So I think I missed like a half a season or so, and then just literally went right to the final 3 episodes because when I found out it was ending, I'm like, I'll recap real quick and I just want to see the finale. So, ain't us. Ain't us. Caduceus. Caduceus. There's Fear and another one, I think, and 2 more coming out. Is it still going to be a Rick movie? I know the original intentions were to have a 3-part Rick movie, But I feel like the first one should have already come out. So maybe they changed plans. Because at some point Rick was supposed to come back. We know he's alive. They killed him off, and then 5 minutes later we're like, haha, just kidding. And then I never saw him again. There's a Daryl in Paradise and a Michonne, maybe Rick one. There's Fear and another. Oh, I read that. There is a lot of things going on. All I see it right now, that image is like 10 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's over a dozen people in that shot right there. Counting us and characters, there's like a dozen things in that shot. They were going to do movies, but change them to miniseries from what I've heard. I had to assume so because I feel like one of the Rick movies was supposed to come out right towards the end of what the pandemic, which was at least a year ago. So I was like, something else happened. Wasn't there like a spin-off with Maggie? Did someone say that? I feel like, oh, the Maggie Negan one. There we go, right there. Isn't there a Maggie Negan one? That's what I thought. I thought there was, I couldn't remember it was Negan, but yeah, that's what it was. It was like a Maggie Negan spin-off. Honestly, that to me might be the most intriguing. Because Negan was one of my favorite, and I always enjoyed Maggie. The unicorns are out, and they are angry. I've missed the unicorns. Guys, if we hit 50 likes, we will do 30 minutes in the next one. We ran to 26 before we even started almost. And then we have stayed there. Everyone must have slapped their likes, and then we got a couple stragglers. But if you jump in late, like the video, 50 likes, we're more than halfway there. But we've only got about 45 minutes left. Yasha wants to do the Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura grabbed the heart. Oh, wait, when was that in Ace Ventura? Was that in Ace Ventura? I'm trying to remember it was in Indiana Jones. I'm trying to remember Ace Ventura grabbing out the heart. I feel like he did, but I can't think of the moment. It had to be Ace Ventura 2. No effect. Callisto Warrior Queen. Did I see Callisto? I see somebody said quick hi. Oh, right there. Callisto Warrior Queen. Just pop in and say hi. There it is. Callisto, what is up? $22. 1 damage plus your strength modifier. Get those likes in. The opening to the next episode is one of my favorite moments when they're doing the trials in 2. That's what it was. Yeah, see, I was thinking of like the baby where he hits the baby, the woman's stomach, and the baby flies out. Oh, yes. But he doesn't. See, I think Ashley did it different. Doesn't he reach down the guy's throat? Oh, no, he reaches down the throat and pulls out something. And then does he do a heart? I kind of don't remember the heart. I remember the pregnant woman, and I remember him like smacking his arm down the throat of the guy to rip out like a blockage or something. Was it a heart? I don't remember. I must have forgot. I don't know. I'm brain farting on the heart thing. Minor blessing of the Stormlord. AV has aged poorly. Ace Ventura has aged poorly. I honestly, the second one I used to watch often, which is why I can't believe I don't remember the heart. But the first one, it's like Ghostbusters. The first one's a way better movie, in my opinion. The second one is way goofier, but more watchable. I feel like Ace Ventura 1 was goofy, but more taken more seriously than part two. Part two was just batshit crazy. 2 days ago, because I was trapped in the house, I rewatched Wayne's World 1 and 2. They just came out with 4K remastered Wayne's World 1 and 2. So, of course, I had to download and watch them. And I hadn't seen those in probably 10 years. Wayne's World, same thing. First one's a better movie. Second one's more watchable, I feel like. More rewatchable. You got Chris Farley. You got the crazy guy from England that is like the band nutcase. I have a soft spot for Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters 2 is one of my favorite things ever. I probably watched Ghostbusters 2 hundreds of times. Same thing with Gremlins 2. I'm watching Secrets of the Mogwai right now. Gremlins 2, I've rewatched way more times. An AC of 8. They have an AC of 8. That might be one of the lowest ACs in recent memory. All right. Another one down. Oh, he is still up. Matt misunderstood. Instead of cutting him in half, he just got carved up pretty good. He is not cut in half. Punch the heart out. Isn't Party on Bill and Ted thing too? I haven't watched Wayne's World. Party on Wayne's World, party on, no, party time. Wayne's World is party time. Excellent, right? Yeah, Wayne's World is like Wayne's World, it's party time. It's excellent. Party on Dudes is Bill and Ted. Party on Dudes. That's Abe Lincoln. That's the best Abe Lincoln I could do. But Party on Dudes is Bill and Ted. Party time. Excellent is Wayne's World. I mean, they might have said "party on" at some point, but that's not in the theme song of Wayne's World. Is the other way. I used to own the Murphmobile. I recently, well, maybe recent. It was probably like a couple years ago. Somebody I was selling the Murphmobile. I think it was actually from the movie too. It wasn't just like a look-alike. It was actually a screen used Murphmobile. But they wanted, it was like so horrible condition. And they wanted like $30,000. And granted, it was screen used, but I'm like, you would just have to store it and no one, it didn't look drivable. It looked so beat and destroyed. It probably wasn't roadworthy. And then I was like, you'd pay $30,000 to have a giant rusting hunk of metal in your garage that no one could ever see. But yes, the Murphmobile. Wayne's World party time. Excellent. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. I enjoy Bill and Ted more. Even though I love Wayne's World too. We were talking about Mike Myers a couple weeks ago with Shrek franchise and stuff. Another Mike Myers franchise, Wayne's World. Well, 2 movies. I don't know. It was a lot of SNL skits and stuff, so I guess it's a franchise. What makes a franchise? I don't know. I feel like that would be considered a franchise. Bill and Ted had a 3rd movie come out because Keanu Reeves just wants to do everything and I love him for it. Now for the Scooby-Doo ending. Yes, I love it. Wayne's World did multiple endings in the first movie. They had like at least 3 endings, maybe more. Kind of like Clue. The movie Clue with all the multiple endings. Back in the 80s, one of the first to do it. It was my first car, leather seats though. That's pretty impressive. I don't think I've ever seen leather seats. I've seen other Murph mobiles that weren't like from the movie, like real people's Murph mobiles. I don't think I've ever seen one with leather. You may be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper. I love the Grim Reaper is one of the greatest things. Get down with your bad self. Bogus Journey. That's another one. Leading Blind. Those of you who have been around for a while on my channel, I took a limousine. I kid you not. We did a double feature on I think it was my 10th or 12th birthday. I can't remember which one. But you look up the year it came out, and that's the year. Whatever year Bogus Journey came out was the same year Ernest Scared Stupid came out. Had to be around Halloween, because that's my birthday, and they were both in theaters. Ernest Scared Stupid Halloween movie. My dad had a friend with a limousine, and we went door to door and picked up like 7 or 8 of my best friends in the limo and drove and saw a double feature of Ernest Scared Stupid and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And it has always had an amazingly special place in my heart. 1, because it's an amazing movie. And 2, because I saw it in a limousine on my birthday. Well, not in a limousine. We took a limousine to the theater. But yes, you may be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later, I can't speak English. Sooner or later, you dance with the Reaper. What's the actor's name? I'm brain farting on his name. But he's in a million things. He was in Die Hard movies. He's in a bunch of like old school expendable guy type movies. I'm just forgetting. Isn't it David Keith? Wait, no. Keith David is the guy from They Live. I feel like it's something like that. But maybe I'm wrong. Ernest Scared Stupid barely beats out Ernest Goes to Camp for Best Ernest. Shoot, there's the Christmas one too, isn't there? Yes, there is. Jim Varney is Ernest. What was the name of the dude that played the Reaper? That's what I'm asking. Who played the Reaper? Not Jim. I know Jim Varney, Ernest. Very, very amazing dude. Who was the Reaper? Clue actually had only one ending, but multiple versions. They played randomly in the theater. Oh, that's right. Yes. I had heard that. I never saw Clue in theaters, but someone told me they randomly played different endings. And then when it came to VHS and DVD and the such, it had all the multiple endings in one. But I had never seen, I was alive for it, but I was too young to understand it. And I had no interest until I was older. Now it's one of my favorite movies of all time. There is a Clue poster in my gym. I have a gym where I used to work at. I haven't worked out there in a while. But there's like 12, maybe a couple more movie posters hanging up. All of my 80s and 90s favorites. And Clue is one of the selected few. I do love that we have the giant cat's claw out. William Sadler, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I knew when I saw it, I'd immediately know. William Sadler, the Grim Reaper. And if you didn't notice, here's some trivia for you, because I am a fanatic with Bogus Journey. This goes to show how much I watch Bogus Journey. William Sadler also plays the father at the end when they're playing God Gave Rock and Roll to You. William Sadler also plays the father who's reading the newspaper, and they're very like high society, wealthy, rich people. And he's literally watching himself perform as the Reaper on television. Those of you who hadn't seen it or missed it, go check out the ending of Bogus Journey. And William Sadler is watching himself as the Reaper playing God Gave Rock and Roll with Bill and Ted. Amazing Easter egg. As a child, I never noticed it because I didn't know what in my mind, I'm like, that's the Grim Reaper. That's not William Sadler. And then as I got older, I'm like, holy shit, that's William Sadler. And he's the friggin' he's in 2 scenes in one, watching himself. Cool bit. Yeah, great stuff. And what's better is he's like a millionaire. So he's like in a suit and he's very high society. Watching himself as the Grim Reaper rock out with Bill and Ted. Bonus action. Pick up the heart. Mage hand into the heart, into the hole. All right. I like what we're doing. Drop the heart into the hole. I like what we're doing. Is that the one where Bill directed all the hell scenes? Yes. That is correct. That's like the guy who played Linoge in Storm of the Century, playing 2 of 3 people in a dream sequence. I've seen Storm of the Century, but not in a really long time. But I know what you're talking about. I just can't picture it as good as Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I own Storm of the Century. I own it on DVD. And I'd seen it a couple times, but I honestly haven't seen it in so freaking long. I can't remember specifics. Jay, I will need you to send me your address via Facebook Messenger so I can send you an 80s movie poster I have for you. Ninja, I will do so. Send it, what did you say? Facebook, yeah, send me Facebook Messenger. I will respond, my friend. I don't even want to know what it is. I thank you, and that's awesome. I'm very curious to see what it is. I love 80s movie posters. In my bedroom, I just redid my whole room because I got the new bed and everything the other week. That's why we were late the other live stream. I redid my whole room, and I have in my bedroom Goonies, Back to the Future, Army of Darkness, and what am I forgetting? There's one I'm missing. Goonies, Back to the Future, Army of Darkness. I'm trying to picture my room. Flight of the Conchords, and I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe that's it in my bedroom. That might be it in my bedroom. But I have Flight of the Conchords. Growing up, Flight of the Conchords, I was obsessed with that show. So that's the only poster I have in my entire house that's not a movie. Flight of the Conchords, only television show poster I possess. Everything else is 80s and 90s movies. Well, over here I've got Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, I think. But I think that's early 2000s. Garbage Pail. Oh my God. Is it Garbage Pail Kids? Jim Foster told me he knows your uncle from day school and to say hi. Jim Foster told me he knows Force Kin. Sunny episode 2. Sunny episode 2 will be out this weekend, my friend. I have to edit up Gremlins and Sunny this weekend. I'm trying to space them out for YouTube. They're both on Patreon already. Full unedited on Patreon, but I'm pacing them out for YouTube. So I don't want to flood content all in one day because Gremlins drops 2 episodes on Thursday and Always Sunny comes out Wednesday night. So if I did them back to back, there'd be like crazy amount of stuff dropping, and I'm trying to space it out. But Patreon gets both episodes of Gremlins and both episodes of Sunny immediately after I watch them. The day of. What the shit? Jim Foster told me he knows your uncle from day school and to say hi. Is that a real comment? I don't know who Foreskin is. I like the name Foreskin. Foreskin. That's a great name. But Foreskin, welcome. If you haven't slapped a like or subscribed, I don't know if you're being serious or not. Jim, I don't know a Jim Foster. Jim Foster told me he knows your uncle from day school. Which uncle? I have literally I have 8 uncles. I literally have 8 uncles. Which uncle? I guess you probably wouldn't know. The other is more of a holographic tin of Death Note. I have a whole 2 posters in my room. One is Phantom of the Opera, signed. The only one I have signed is Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is signed by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. None of my other posters are signed. Jesse in the gym has Boondock Saints, and when we had gone to one of the conventions, she got it signed by Rocco. So I have a Boondock Saint. I believe it's technically Jesse's. From what I remember, I could be wrong, but there's like a mini Boondock Saints poster kind of thing with Rocco and the Boondock Saints, and it's signed by Rocco, hand signed. We saw him at a convention. And I have Cobra Kai. So I lied. I do have another television show. I have mini Cobra Kai photographs signed by Martin Cove and Mr. William Zapka, who is Johnny. J's for real Italian. Sam Raimi isn't an autograph to sneeze at. Army of Darkness is my favorite of the three. I've said it. It's another one of those things like Ghostbuster 2. I know Evil Dead 1 and 2 are perceived to be better films, but Army of Darkness is so ridiculously amazing that if you didn't notice, I love ridiculousness. So even though I understand most of the originals are better movies, I'm always a fan of the sequel. Like Beverly Hills Cop 2. I have the poster of Beverly Hills Cop 2. I have Army of Darkness. I have more sequel posters. I have Die Hard 2. I literally have more sequel posters than I do of the originals. I've got a Boondock Saints poster I got when the theater was done with it. I used to have a bunch like that, but I didn't take good care of them because posters are so hard to like maintain if you don't hang them immediately. I have so many rolled up posters that got destroyed. Star Wars, I probably have like 12 different vintage Star Wars posters since I was a little kid, and they just got all banged up from moving. Like when I was a kid, we moved like 7 times. So hauling that shit around as a child, not having proper ways to transport things, I destroyed all my posters. I threw a couple out a year ago because they were so badly damaged that I was like, I don't even want to look at them. It breaks my heart. So I literally just like threw them out. I purged some of my mashed up, destroyed posters. They were like unrepairable. It wasn't even worth giving to anybody. And I literally was just like, I would rather see these get thrown out than see anybody even try to salvage this. My Phantom poster is behind glass. Every one of my posters is framed in glass. I have like very nice, legit glass picture frames. Each one of my frames costs $40-$50 a piece, like decent quality frames. They're all framed up, hanging on my walls. Boop, 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 boop. I just want to see if I missed any. What was Garbage Pail Kids? I mean, Garbage Pail Kids. If it's a poster of Garbage Pail Kids, I love Stephen King. I've probably seen it, just not recalling it. Storm of the Century was. I remember most of it. I just don't remember specifics. But if it's a Garbage Pail Kid poster, I'm not even kidding. I will frame it immediately. Garbage Pail Kids is one of those movies. It is perceived as one of the worst movies of all time. Top 10 worst movies of all time. I was watching it the other day. Jesse showed Robbie. They watched it in the living room. And then Jesse went and got like a comic book or something. Something reminded me of Garbage Pail Kids. And I watched it like the day I was installing my bed. While I was assembling my bed, I watched Indiana Jones, all 3 of them. And then I watched Garbage Pail Kids. That's how long it took me to build my bed. My nephew for sure destroyed some original Charizard Pokemon cards. I can't imagine how many people have destroyed significant valued things that maybe didn't even know it. Comic books, baseball, like cards in general. Is it Radiant? We're down to 25 minutes, everybody. 25 minutes left. We're blowing through this live stream. If I could spam right now, I'd be repeating, give me what I want, and I'll go away. I just rewatched Garbage Pail Kids a couple weeks ago, free on YouTube. That's how I own it, but it was just I think it's on Tubi too. I don't think I watched it on YouTube, but it was free wherever I watched it. And I own it. But I was like it was like one of those things where I was like assembling the bed and I looked up and it was like Garbage Pail Kids and I'm like click. I think it was on Tubi. Tubi has amazing old school horror stuff and vintage nonsense. Tubi was one of the greatest free streaming services I've ever been enlightened by. One of my friends at the arcade told me he's like huge into retro shit. He has a retro store. He in Somerville. Dude, if you want to check it out, if you're into retro stuff, about 15-20 minutes from the arcade, they all come to the arcade after the shop closes. But there's a retro video game, music, and movie place in Somerville on Main Street that my friend owns that comes in every week to the arcade. And he is obsessed with it. His whole house is like 80s, 90s memorabilia. And he's the one that told me about Tubi. He was like, dude, if you get Tubi, you basically don't need anything else if you're into old school shit. It's not high quality stuff. Like you don't ever get 4K. It's barely HD at best. But if you're into like gritty 80s stuff, it's like sometimes I like to see the grittiness. Sometimes I don't want remastered 80s. Sometimes I want to watch an 80s horror that's just gritty and looks like crap. And that's how Garbage Pail Kids looked. It was like not at all remastered. On my new TV, it looked horrendous. It probably looked better on an older TV, but I was like, I love it because it makes me feel like I was a kid when I used to like bootleg record them on VHS tapes and you'd see the wavy lines and all the tracking problems and stuff. I'm totally about it. There is a Lego Passion of the Christ on Tubi. Is that sanctioned by Legos? Or did somebody like bootleg? I can't imagine Lego would allow such a thing, but I almost want to go watch it right now. I also got to remember to check out that Shia LaBeouf Saints movie. We still need 22 likes, guys. We're down to 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left, and we need 22 likes. We need a like a minute. A like a minute, and we'll hit it. Not looking great, but it's happened before. There was that one time, I still can't explain it, that we somehow got like 20 likes in 5 minutes. I think it was less than that. I think it was like 20 likes in like 3 minutes. I remember looking away, saying goodnight, and then looked back and we had 50 likes. And we were like at least 20 away at that point. So it's happened before. Absolutely not sanctioned. I was going to say that would be incredible if Legos was like, you know what? We should do a Passion of the Christ. I would be blown away. Uh-oh. Disintegrates. Get it. Gray Heart. Disintegrates. I mean, we're almost done. Gray Heart. I hope it's still there. I'm going to check it out. I got to remember, what was it? Something with Saints and Shia LaBeouf. I guess all I got to look up is Shia LaBeouf and Saints. I just can't remember. The Question? I can't remember the name already. But like, I'll know what to look for. And I'm sure it'll come up. Red Letter Media? Yeah, about what? Garbage Pail Kids? If you're talking, Red Letter Media does a lot of good, like hour-long reviews of crazy movies. Rawhead Rex, Garbage Pail Kids. I'm trying to think of other obscure ones they've done recently. They just did Mars Attacks for the second time because Mike was like, I didn't remember it enough for the first time, so he rewatched it and they did a second Mars Attacks review. They've done a lot. Red Letter Media might be, if I had a rank, Red Letter Media might be my favorite YouTube channel. It's definitely in my top 3. I've watched more Red Letter Media than anything else by far. It's on all the with ad streaming services or black metal band names. Black metal band names. Around Christmas time, if you want to laugh for something, look up The Night They Saved. Oh my God, I love it. The Night They Saved Christmas, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, Leading Blind. I'm not even kidding you. I could quote that movie. The Night They Saved Christmas, it's phenomenal. Amazing. I've been watching it since I was a little kid. Every year on Christmas, I watch that movie. The ending, it gets me every time. They all run out. I'm not going to spoil it because I want everyone to go watch it right now. Even though it's not Christmas, it's the middle of summer. All of you go watch The Night They Saved Christmas. It's such a bizarre Christmas movie. And it's kind of like a deep drama. Like there's a lot going on in that movie. And for some reason I was loving it since I was a kid. Wasn't it Ed? Isn't Ed the elf? Ed the elf? FYI, Guide is based on a true story. Guide. Okay, that was it. Jay, your channel is in my top 3. Ninja, you're in my top 3 for greatest human beings. Surviving edged weapons and exploding varmints. Yeah, surviving edged weapons. There's another one like Surviving Edge Weapons. It might even be a sequel to Surviving. It was either a sequel or done by the same people. But Surviving Edge Weapons was definitely one of the better videos. That was in Best of the Worst, I think, right? I think Best of the Worst was Surviving Edge Weapons. Because they have a lot of different things. We're in a cavern. I'm going to focus a little bit. All right. Shadow around us, giant chasm, cavern walls. We only have about 15 minutes left, so I want to make sure I get a sense of what we've done. We just destroyed all the undead. Best of the Worst. Yeah, it was Best of the Worst. Best of the Worst might be my favorite of all the things they do. I love all the stuff they do. But Best of the Worst, great. Silence and Darkness. I would say I like when they do the Black Spines. The reviews are great. Half in the Bag. Half in the Bags are always good because they look like they're shit-faced out of their minds. You got Mr. Plinkett. I wish they did more content. You're lucky if you get 2 a month. It used to be like 1 a month. Now sometimes you get 2 a month. Meditating, trying to figure out what's going on. By far my fave, Wheel of the Worst. Oh yeah, how did I forget Wheel of the Worst? Wheel of the Worst. Yeah, I'm mad at myself. Wheel of the Worst is definitely up there. I would say Best of the Worst is my favorite. Wheel of the Worst might be my second. And then Half in the Bag, maybe. The reviews are great, but it's like hit or miss with the reviews. Best of the Worst and Wheel of the Worst and all that stuff, you get like a variety. And it's so unknown. Just a lot of silence. Black Spine is great. By far, Wheel of the Worst. Mr. Plinkett. Oh, Plinketto too. I haven't seen Plinketto in a while though. I thought you said Mr. Plinkett. Plinketto is great. I don't feel like I've seen Plinketto in like at least a year or 2. Maybe, did they do away with Plinketto? My favorite Christmas shows was those weird claymation ones. One of the ones I used to watch all the time, the California Raisins Christmas special. Claymation. Crazy, kind of disturbing, but I used to watch it every year. And the one with the bells, yeah. The Carol of the Bells, that was in the California Raisins one. They did the Carol of the Bells and all that stuff. Creepy, but I loved it. You could sing anything you want, White Christmas, Frosty Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but no more Jingle Bells. Santa got mad. That's the night they saved Christmas. Santa was like, I am done. I am done with all these songs. Or done with Jingle Bells. Yeah, Ed the Elf. Okay, Paul Williams, Ed name Elf. I didn't see it before, but I was like, I remember Ed the Elf. Oh my God, I almost feel like Lord of the Rings. Please don't aggravate the ghost. Yeah, I almost feel like Lord of the Rings when we knock the armor down the well. I want to hear scattering things attack. Well, actually, I don't, because then we're going to be in trouble. I used to listen to Ray Stevens Christmas songs. Ray Stevens, the guy from Punisher, Warzone, that Ray Stevens, he died recently. I heard like a couple weeks ago Ray Stevens died. I feel like he wasn't that old. I never really looked into it. And for anyone who remembers all those Hallmark Lifetime movies, Jaclyn Smith was the lead. I used to listen to Ray Stevens' Christmas song, know the comedy singer. I know that name. I just can't picture him. Wasn't Ray Stevens also the guy from Punisher? I feel like that was his name too, but I guess I must know the comedian. One of my favorite Christmas albums for a while was Bill Engvall's Here's Your Christmas Sign. I know Bill Engvall, and I know he does the Here's Your Sign thing. I don't think I've ever seen or heard the Christmas Here's Your Sign. Tie us all together, and we'll go to sleep. I mean, hey, ain't a bad idea. I was switching accounts with you on to like with my 4 other accounts, but they didn't go up. They must have figured us out. It was worth a shot, Michael. I still don't know if it would have mattered, but it was worth a shot. We have 10 minutes left. We're still 22 shy. We're going to Eyes of the Grave one more time. No big deal, guys. We'll finish them up in, we'll do the YouTube and we'll do the Patreon hour. And then I'll get to see the second half of the NBA Finals. It's game 4. The Heat shocked the world and won game 2 away. I honestly thought it would have ended tonight, but the Heat shocked the world and gave themselves a chance. Maybe if they win tonight, it's tied 2-2. So it made me more interested, the fact that they actually put up a fight. I also was like, I got to get back in it now that I'm like working out and stuff. It got me more into sports again. So I had to get a new jersey. This jersey was back when Garnett played. Those of you who are familiar with basketball, Kevin Garnett retired like 10 years ago. So this jersey is at least as old as it. He was playing at least a year or two after I got this. So I need to get a new jersey. So I ordered a new Celtics jersey for next year, but the Celtics have already been eliminated. You should give it a shot. It is not all comedy. I'll check it out. We could hit 50, but see, the problem here is that my little brother this morning got his arm caught in the microwave, and my grandmother dropped acid. I totally feel you. And she freaked out and hijacked the school bus full of penguins, so it's kind of family crisis, so come back later. Hey, I feel you, Daniel O'Day. That kind of happened to me the other day. Almost identical. So Not and Yasha is probably Patreon. I was switching guys, but hey, one of my favorite. We have her. I love when Laura talks like that. She talks with like chaotic confusion, but so sweet and loving. Just chaotic confusion. That's what I'm going to call it. Look at her. Look at her face. Yeah, what does that mean? Well, the whole point of this is to get answers. Honey Badger, don't give a shit. Oh, it's a Jester's sendings are amazing. Very awesome. I love Jester. That might be my favorite thing that Jester does. I mean, the scrying thing is pretty cool. The sending. I mean, Jester, I rag on her for her insanity and chaos sometimes, but she is a treat to watch. What is the Oh, talking about the reference. Clutch your holy symbol. I like how Travis cut himself off. My God, are we just walking into a fucking? He was gonna. He never finished his statement, but the way he worded it, are we walking into a fucking? Yeah, I agree. This is dangerous. We are doing some dangerous stuff right now. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would do this in the safest possible manner. Did the music kick in weird? Sam just looked up like freaking out with his eyes, and it sounded like the music kicked in. 4 weeks, 20 papers. That's $2 plus tip. There you go. 85. I mean, I'm just as skeptical as Travis and Caleb, but have a little whiskey. There's only about 5 minutes left, so oh, great. So not talked so loud. It's noise in general. So not talk too loud, and now we've attracted attention. We've attracted attention. Ninja Master is requesting a puff puff drinky. So here we go. Fake. This is filled with vodka. I wish it was. I think Daniel O'Day is just trying to give hints to people in case they are on the verge. Colvin is also partaking in the joyous drinking and smoking. The music is very ominous. I drank my alcohol yesterday too fast. That was a bad idea. When I went to Transformers last night, I had one beer. I've had a beer, I feel like on average, one a month, and I hadn't had one in a couple weeks. So I was like, I had a break because basically what happened is I saw Transformers, and then I was like, I'm going to go see the machine. And I'm like, I can't go see the machine without having a beer. And I had 45 minutes in between the movies. So I grabbed dinner and had one beer with dinner. And that one beer made me feel tipsy enough where half the movie I was good to go. And then I was sober. I was pretty much sober enough to drive at that point, regardless. But I had to have a beer. I was like, I'm going to see the machine with Burt Kreischer. I got to have a beer. And it was also like a month. And we've talked about it before how going cold turkey after drinking as much as I probably did is not a good idea. So every like couple weeks, I make it a point to have a beer regardless if I want it or not, just to keep the status quo. The funny thing is, the day after I do, I feel the best I've ever felt. I almost feel like my body is needing some sort of vice or cheating because I eat so healthy and do so much vitamins and fasting that the cheat day makes my body like balance out and I feel great the next day. Like this morning I felt amazing. I've never been drunk. I was definitely impaired for a little yesterday, which was basically unsteady and tired. Is the new Transformers? It is. I can't remember who it is. Travis. I think it's Travis something. He's the guy that did Creed 2, but has very few things under on his resume. I think he did like 3 movies, and that might include the new Transformers. But the most notable thing is Creed 2. And I said earlier, I thought it was, of all the live actions, probably the 5th best, maybe the 4th best. I like at least 3 movies, possibly 4 better. And it wasn't bad. I just thought it wasn't great. Fasting isn't great because it makes your body feel the need to squirrel away fat just in case. It's actually the opposite, my friend. If you fast, your body eats away the fat. I've done it my whole life. That's how I lose weight so quick. If you fast for, depending on what kind of fast you're talking, as long as you don't go over 20 hours, if you fast between 16 to 20 hours, it is the greatest thing for burning fat. Because what I do is I fast 16 hours, I get up, I run 3 miles. Your body has no choice but to burn the fat because there's nothing in your system. If you exceed 22 hours, now your body starts hibernating and storing fat. So it depends on what you mean by fasting. I'm doing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is where you do a window and you never go over 20 hours. Sometimes I'll go 18 hours. Sometimes I'll get to the brink of 20 hours, but I never fast for more than 20 hours because then your body will start storing fat. But if you do intermittent fasting, 16 hours, your body burns more fat than ever, especially if you work out in the morning. Good night, Matt. I saw it. Especially if you're running. If you exercise in the morning before you eat your first meal, you burn more fat than ever. Yeah. If you do like day, it's horrible. Yeah, if you do over 20, I thought I had explained it before, so that's why I assumed you knew I was doing intermittent fasting. My apologies. But yeah, if you fast for more than a day, or like I said, I think I've really researched this stuff. And I don't remember exactly because I never even reach this zone, but I think it's either 20 or 22 hours your body starts hibernating state and you store fat. But if you do 16 to 18 hours, upwards to 20, your body doesn't know what to do. And so what I do is I run 3 miles in the morning right before I eat, and my body has no choice but to burn off all the fat. That's how I dropped weight so quick. I'm almost up to 38 pounds. So, and I eat whatever I want. In that window of time, I eat from noon to 8 p.m. So right before the live stream is my last meal. I eat from noon to 8 p.m. And in that 8 hours, I eat anything I want. Hot dogs, burgers, French fries, cake, pie. I could drink beer. I could do whatever I want. It's just you got to do a 16-hour minimum fast. And that means just water. People ask me all the time, they're like, I kind of do that. I kind of already do that. And I'm like, no one does that. They think they do it, but if you actually think about it, you have like juice or soda or coffee or tea, or you might snack on nuts or pretzels or candy. I'm talking 0 calories. All you could drink is water. You shouldn't even smoke cigarettes or weed or anything because all this stuff jumpstarts your metabolism in some way. So you literally drink nothing but water and vitamins. You could take multivitamins, you could take amino acids, you could take any kind of vitamins, and you could only drink water. And if you do, you'll drop weight like a son of a bitch. But you need to be very careful of I don't know what the heck that says. Whatever that says, I'll have to look it up. I've seen it before, but I don't know what that is. I'll work out and jog a mile, but I ain't running no 3 miles. I only drink water and like 6,000 calories in beer on the weekend. See, that clever name. You know me. I was eating about on the average. Those of you who don't know, the average person, if it's a guy, it's usually 2,500 calories. It isn't a pound, and I think women are a little less. Just biologically and whatever, but 2,500 calories. All I know is me as a man. 2,500 calories is what you should consume in a day. Why is that? Because the average person burns about 2,500 calories in a day. So if you consume 2,500 calories in a day, then your body will naturally keep your weight. That's how you don't gain weight or lose weight. 2,500 calories in a day. So if you drop it to like what I do now is 1,500 calories a day, and then I run. So I'm losing a half a pound just by not eating the normal 2,500. And then the 3 miles I run burns the extra 1,500 off. So I'm losing a rate of like a half a pound to a pound a day on average. That's how I drop weight so quick. It sucks because you got to eat 1,500 calories and you got to run 3 miles every day. But you'll drop weight like crazy and you'll do it in a healthy way. I always do it very healthily. Like I take my vitamins, I take my supplements, and I run and I eat properly. And I make sure I get protein, carbs, fats, all the above. But the reason I got so out of shape is I did the math and I was eating about 3,000 calories a day. So I was already eating more calories just in food. Then I was consuming about 3,000 calories in alcohol a day and doing 0 exercise. So I went from 6,000 calories a day, like previously I said is doing. I was doing about 6,000 calories a day and doing 0 physical activity. And now, not only do I run 3 miles, but every other day I'll do like an hour of rigorous weightlifting. So that's another exercise I added to the bunch. So on top of the fact that I've cut my calories in a quarter and don't consume any alcohol, because alcohol also greatly affects the amount of fat loss and muscle production and stuff like that. Alcohol is miserable. So, I mean, I love it, but it's miserable on your body. So basically, I did everything right and I was doing everything wrong. Like when we started all this pre-Easter, I did everything under the sun wrong. I ate garbage. I ate a lot of it and I drank constantly. And I did 0 exercise. Now I do everything the right way. So that's how I dropped weight so quick. I did it all very healthy, the very healthy way. I have to eat more than 3,000 calories a day or I lose weight. There are people like that. I have a friend who goes to the arcade who literally will go and eat like 4 cheesesteaks. We have what's called the cheesesteak special. Dude, I'm making you one when you come. Free of charge. It's on me. Dude stopping in sometime this coming week. Probably, I think it was Tuesday, like we said. We have what's called the cheesesteak special. If you look it up, we're actually world famous for it. I'm not kidding. World famous. People have come from other countries that are avid gamers that heard about it. We have one of the best cheesesteaks you'll ever eat in your life. And it's the cheesesteak special. It's a beverage, an order of fries, and a cheesesteak done our way. And there is a kid that comes in and has 3 or 4 of them every time I work. And he's like 120 pounds. And he said if I was like, dude, like, I understand you're a skinny dude, but that's like not healthy. And he's like, I have no alternative. If I don't eat like that, I will like be sickly skinny and I'll feel like crap. But he said if he eats like that, he feels great and he stays skinny. And I'm like, hey, I mean, I can't argue. My metabolism is on crack. My brother, Ninja, how old are you? I always forget. I talk to so many people, I always forget ages. I feel like Ninja's, I feel like you're definitely younger than me. But my brother is 2 years older than me. And up until like a couple years ago, he could literally kill a case of beer and an entire pizza pie and like have a 6-pack abs and not work out. He would always joke. But the other alternative was when he used to lift weights with me when he lifted home, or like when he lived home, we would lift weights together and stuff. And he could never put on muscle. So it's like he couldn't put on muscle or weight, but he also could eat and drink whatever he wanted as much as he wanted. And he would literally have like a washboard stomach. So some good things. Oh, Ninja, you are my age. I'm sorry, I forgot. So Ninja, you are just still blessed with my brother's metabolism. He said it has caught up to him, but he still said it's way better than me. Like I gained 40 or 50 pounds doing what you probably do just to stay the same. And my brother's the same way. But he the other day he told me he's in the worst shape of his life. And the worst shape of his life is still like 5 pounds lighter than I am now. And granted I have more muscle and muscle weighs more, but he is still skinnier than I am right now. And that to him is the worst shape of his life. So he just has never had to deal with massive weight gain and stuff. I was a very chubby child. I would call myself almost borderline overweight fat, but I was very chubby. And I from a very young age learned how to control my weight and stuff like that because I had to. We would have made it if they let the other accounts likes stay. We're at 32. Did you have 18 other accounts, Michael? I might be able to go check out the cheesesteak on the 21st. Michael, I will not be there. The 21st, I am taking the week off to go with my family to Wildwood. So don't take that weekend off if you want to see me. If you want to have a cheesesteak and go to the arcade, feel free. But the dude is coming this coming week. That'll be my last week until... Actually, no, I'll be there the last week of June. But I'm taking off. I'll be here for the live stream Friday. But after the live stream Friday, I'm either leaving Sunday night or Monday morning to go to Wildwood, and I won't be back till Thursday. I'll be back in time for the next live stream, and I'll be back in time before... A live stream won't be missed. We won't be missing the live stream. But I'll be gone pretty much all the time in between of the next one and the one after. So... heads up, don't come visit me at the arcade the week of the 21st. And then Indiana Jones comes out that fall. So like, I think the day I get back, I go see Indiana Jones. Cause I get back Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And I'm pretty sure that Thursday is Indiana Jones. And I hope it is great. Daniel O'Day, we don't use Cheese Whiz. We use a blend of Swiss and American cheese. And we're one of the only places I've ever seen that uses barbecue sauce. I don't see many people, if ever, put barbecue sauce on their cheesesteaks. Ours comes with peppers, onions, barbecue sauce, and it's an American Swiss cheese blend. But it's always God, I honestly, you don't have to get barbecue. I never put barbecue on it. I think barbecue sauce on a cheese, I've had it and it's delicious. But I just am not a fan of barbecue sauce on any sandwich. I only like it on my ribs and my chicken. So it's like one of those things where I've had it and I don't ever want to I mean I just don't need it. I like the peppers, onions. I'll put hot sauce on it. We have a secret sauce at the arcade. We call it boom boom sauce. Kind of like a spicy mayo kind of thing. I'll do that because I like spiciness. But barbecue, like it's been around since 1987. The owner, my business partner now, my good friend of mine, he was like, "This is how I'm doing it," and he did barbecue sauce, peppers, onions, and cheese, and it's been a staple ever since. And everyone comes from all around to have it. It's we use many barbecue sauces. We use Casey Masterpiece. Casey Masterpiece is the barbecue sauce we use. It's free RPG day that Saturday, and taking the day off. I have an interview at LaGuardia the 21st, but I don't do half days, so taking the whole day off. Feel free to go. If you do go, Michael, and I'm not there, I will tell whoever's working to give you the special treatment. If you're gonna go, but I just won't be there the 21st. I miss the Italian sausage from Costco food court. Oh my God. Italian sausage is phenomenal. Costco, great stuff. I've had it many times. That's where we do our shopping. I do all my shopping at Restaurant Depot, but I get rolls and condiments at Costco. But let's say goodbye to everybody because it's almost 10 o'clock and that's when the second half starts if it hasn't already. So I figure I'll go check it out. My dad, I told him if I'm done by 10, because my dad got into basketball too. So I was like, Dad, if I get done by 10 o'clock, want to watch the second half. So let's say goodnight, and I'll make Dad's night by watching basketball with him because he goes to sleep around 11:30, and I would normally not see him if we continued. So let's say goodnight, everybody. You know the deal. We're going to do the Patreon hour. We'll do the rest in YouTube. Actually, before I go, let's see, because I actually didn't look. We got Reflections. The next episode is Reflections. We're not going to watch it. I'm going to see when it starts. Looks like it starts around the 13-minute mark. And it goes to around 1:55. So minus that, we're going to have about a 45-minute live stream, YouTube video. That's not too shabby. So we'll have the hour Patreon. We'll have about a 45-minute YouTube video. Then the break restarts around 2:23. And then we go to 3:48. So we'll have another hour and a half live stream roughly too. So that's a perfect episode right there. We get a 45-minute YouTube, hour Patreon, hour and a half live stream. Those to me are perfect. I wouldn't mind a little longer live stream, but as far as like the first half, I like when it's split down the middle like that. So if I did the first 10 minutes, Michael, I would literally miss the half. But I will. It'll be at the Patreon hour. Maybe I'll, depending on what happens. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll watch it again or something, or maybe I'll do it. But you did try, Michael. I appreciate it. Little Paramonster, Michael, Colvin, Ninja Master, the Dude, JB. I hadn't seen the Dude in a bit. Maybe the Dude signed off and I missed it. Leading Blind, clever name I made previously. Colvin, I might have said some of these people twice. Teal Bird, Amelia, Emily Mary, Callista Warrior Queen, Forrest the Runner. Who else? Daniel O'Day, I might have said you already too. Foreskin, I still don't know who Foreskin was. I feel like Foreskin came in, said they knew one of my uncles, asked about Always Sunny, and then dipped, and I never got an answer. So that was interesting. But welcome, Foreskin. I mean, I love the name. Foreskin. That's pretty friggin' hilarious. I always like a good play on words. If I missed anybody, I think I got Dark Wolf. I see Dark Wolf. I remember Patrick was in here. I'm trying to remember names too. If I missed anybody, say it down below. I think I got everybody. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you in the comments. He's throwing us off the stream. Night all. It was fun. I never met Foreskin. I honestly don't know who Foreskin is. But everybody, thanks for joining. You know the deal. Is it